Hi, my name is Alexander Jefferson, and I'm a first-year biochemistry major from San Diego, California.
Hello, my name is Alina Thotam. I'm a first-year CSD major from Long Island, New York.
Hi, my name is Naya Samuels. I'm a first-year biology major from Laurel, Maryland.
Hello, my name is Hannah Pena, and I'm a first-year psychology pre-med major from Austin, Texas. We decided to ask the question, do weather conditions affect hawk migration? We previously knew from our sources that the reasons birds migrate is due to breeding habits, food sources, and habitat preferences, which all directly correlate to the weather and the time of the year. We also know that birds are known to avoid wind as it affects their flight trajectories. From this information, we hypothesized that weather conditions will have an effect on bird migration. Specifically, we predicted that the number of birds would decrease as temperatures drop, birds would decrease as the wind speed increases, and birds would decrease on rainy days or days with harsh weather. The purpose of this study was to analyze the effects of weather on bird migration.
So for our methods, we chose the study site Snickers Gap, which is located in Northern Virginia, and it's on the Clark and Loudoun County lines. The site has an elevation of 1,062 feet, and the environment is deciduous forest, and it supports both migratory and non-migratory bird, animal, and plant life. So every year, the researchers at Snickers Gap would observe birds in the fall, specifically from September 1st to December 1st, and this is when birds are most present due to the increase in green vegetation. So the counters would first watch birds in the mid-morning from 8:30 to 11:30. 11 a.m. And then once again in the early afternoon from 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. So it is assumed that these volunteers watched through binoculars and kept track on a computer. And in our study, we utilized bird count data from August to November of 2020 specifically. And the bird count data was then compared with weather data. So in order to analyze the data, we compared the wind burst to abundance of birds.
So these are the graphs that we felt correlated most with our research. The first graph displays the decline in birds observed as wind speed increases. The second graph depicts the number of birds observed by abundance each month. And as you can see, September has the higher amount of birds, and that makes sense because September is one of the earlier fall months, meaning the wind speed wasn't as high. And our last graph displays the relationship between the number of birds observed dependent on the wind speed. As you can see, there were more birds observed when the wind mileage was between 1 and 4 kilometers per hour compared to when the wind mileage was above 20 kilometers per hour. With this, we concluded that higher wind speeds led to fewer hawks migrating. And with regards to our hypothesis, wind speed does have a correlation to hawk migration. However, other weather conditions do not have a big enough effect on hawk migration.
As my partner was saying, other weather variables such as temperature did not vary enough to have a possible effect as wind speed did. There are other limitations to our data because of the lack of data collected. Definitive conclusions could not be made about the effect of weather conditions on hawk migration because data was only collected for one season. In order to prove how weather conditions do have an effect, researchers would need to analyze data from previously collected years. More specifically, wind speed data would need to be collected and compared with hawk numbers to verify the pattern observed in the study. If future studies show repetition, meaning that higher wind speed results in fewer hawks, a concrete conclusion can be drawn about the effect of weather, specifically wind speed on hawk migration. We'd like to thank Dr. Dash for his consistent guidance throughout this research, and we'd like to thank our families for supporting us as we endured this 3-month-long project. Thank you.